Today, it's the National Football League. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
From just off the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports brings you coverage of the NFL from Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Cleveland. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And after 2 consecutive seasons where he played in just 12 games combined, they're hoping that this is a year where Watson finally shows that he was worthy of that massive contract they received back in 2022. Not that long ago, we were talking about him as one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And if he gets back on track, this team can make some serious noise as the year unfolds.
And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Give him 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup. Off of play action, it's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 51 yards. And the Browns march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his second season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there. Because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
In motion right is Jones. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Here we go. 180. Nice up.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ford. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. To throw is Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. Fights him off.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, they turn to Ford, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll try the air now with Watson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second and a couple. Here's Watson, option left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run with Ford. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. This is Ford. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Now it's Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
The touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Hits his target. That's Charlie Jones.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
First down. Here's Burrow. That was a short one to Gesicki. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
On the handoff, running left, Moss.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Moss.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. Second down and 6 now from the 26. As they've got it as we resume action. On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Gun.
2nd down and 4.
Can.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run a draw now with Moss. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Now it's Burrow. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
McPherson on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Elijah Moore, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down. Watson off play action. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Cooper's coming off the season where he finished in the top 10 in receiving yards, despite the fact he had 5 different quarterbacks throwing him the ball. If Cleveland can provide more stability under center, and they certainly expect to with Deshaun Watson, he could have an even bigger impact this season.
On first down, Ford. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Ford. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Second and 6. Here's Watson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start first and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a give running left with Moss. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll swing this out to Moss. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Here we go. Right, 80.
This is Brown on the draw play. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
3rd and 3. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Gun. Cut.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's get set. Right, 80. Right, cut.
Now Burrow. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Penalty is declined.
McPherson now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time, a 6-play drive.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. James Prochet to return it. And he returns this to the 22.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Second and 9.
Watson now to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Back to throw, Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On 2, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Burrow will throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Open man. He completes it to Judy.
Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Prochet on the return. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They will start this drive with Ford. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now Burrow. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And as we all remember, these two were connecting back in their days at LSU when they were winning the national championship. But it wasn't just on game day. The amount of time they put in before practice, after practice, off days, that forged their connection, and it still continues here in the NFL.
Gun, gun.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he's got this down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Now a short one to Gesicki. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Stop.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here we go. 180.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Moss. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to run for it. It's Moss. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On second down now, it's Ford, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
75 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here's Watson. That is caught, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A third down gain of 19.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
On first down, Ford. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is, but I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First carry now for Pierre Strong.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
The handoff to Ford up the middle, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Again, they turn to Ford, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They run with Ford, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was finished off by Elijah Moore on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Moss on the give up the middle. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And Chase will go in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland 1st. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw is Watson. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This 2nd and 4. Faking the give. Now Watson. This will be caught. Judy. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Now it's Watson. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Second down, goal to go.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack, but the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
Watson. He'll buy some time right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look to grab a late lead.
Here now, second and goal. Ford is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
On the ground, it's Ford.
It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages.
Hopkins' kick is good.
And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So Burrow and the Bengals down 27-24. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up first and 10. To throw, Burrow.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's 1st down. Throwing, Burrow. And Jones has it over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.